Yo, chat! It is your resident Tanuki Mama Bear here, Krista Joy, and we are in Feels Good Man moment. We did start a little bit late because the previous stream decided to go OT on us, so my deepest apologies about that. But I am here to bring you maximum Tanukage action with our Tanukis. And you know that I love our Tanuki. I did not roll this first seed, but Sinister, WilliamInTX, and Tannhausx, Mr. PB, and 2/3 of our commentary and tracking team are in our race tonight. And I know that you guys are super duper stoked. And mind you, chat, you have to behave. No wishing absolute destruction on our Tanukis. We have to be in full cheerleader mode. So get your best cheerleader, emotes out because we are totally in full support mode of our little Tanukes. They have already started. So we have Tannhausx starting off on World 5. And Sinister will probably soon follow. And Tannhausx gets slapped with an auto scroller right out the rip. And you just gotta love hate to see this happen. Sinister playing the Bootleg Fort in World 1. And WilliamInTX is noping out. We're gonna see a whistle happen right now. He's gonna be looking for a cloud. And no, chat, we are not supporting chaos on our Tanukis. No. We'll get my best Gandalf out there, and I will say, "Thou shalt not pass!" And you will not put any harm on the Tanukis. I will protect the Tanukes. And Tannhausx is going through that stage. And you gotta love it, because we usually see our runners blast through that. When it's not an auto-scroller. And to see it in its auto-scroller of doom, you hate to see it. Also, Sinister getting Navy action for World 1. And this is almost a little bit remnant of what we saw poor, innocent Midi guy go through last night in, Kingslayer Division when he was doing auto-scroller hack. And we have Donut Fort action for WilliamInTX. Meanwhile, we have for Tannhausx, we are jamming out. So we're seeing, and chat remembered the salutes. I didn't even have to tell you. I'm so proud of you, chat. See, this is what I mean by supporting. And Tannhausx now getting Alaska without flight privileges. So we're seeing some, Allegiant Air, JetBlue, Southwest Spirit at the bestest of the rejection air. So Taz will start for Tannhausx, and we're getting some Sumo Bros on the World 5 tile set. And let's see what we're gonna get for that. We're getting an anchor for WilliamInTX. So, and we're gonna see William now on one of our favorite airships as he's about to go do battle with one of our favorite friends in World 4. And you know who that is. That is our resident bookworm, Iggy Koopa. So we are gonna see what the power-up entails on Luddy's airship, the World 7 airship. And it is a Tazl start, so it's absolutely useless. And we have another auto-scroller here for Tannhausx. Tannhausx is in our blessed level of Atlantis. And I know you guys are so excited. But remember, I didn't roll this. Because if I had rolled this, our Tanukis would be spared of all the pain and anguish. Sinister catching a Goomba wing to the face in World 1. And this is no fun for our Tanukis. I am going to blame this on who just joined us in chat, Danny P. Speed, because this is what, our Kingslayers are supposed to get. No lowercase h jump for Sinister. They're the ones who are supposed to get the Atlantises, not our poor Tanukis, because we want them to stick around. We don't want to scare them away. And in World 6, we have Disco Fort, forgettable fort action going on for WilliamInTX. And, this is some absolutely fabulous action. The only difference is that our Tanukis, unlike our Kingslayers and Fireflowers, do get the option to use the Mushroom House. It's not eternal, but it is a one use only, and that leaf may come in handy for Sinister, who did just catch a sumo foot to the face. Are we gonna use it? I don't think so, because you don't have enough, and this is an absolutely terrible tile set. We're in the World 3 water tile set on Sinister-Sama's side. Sama, please be able to take out that sumo, and he has done it. Getting a fire flower, you love to see it, but when you are broker as a joker, then you are gonna have some problems. And that is what Sinister is going through. Sinister is avoiding coins. Like I avoid playing this game without my Game Genie actively running. Tannhausx is doing the business here in World 5, about to take on his Boomerang Bros in the water tile set. Hopefully we'll make it to the 1-up, but doesn't. But let's see what we get. A hammer, which may come in handy for Tannhausx. And we have a chunky Larry Koopa in World 1 for Sinister. And we're about to see some smush action on WilliamInTX. Gets the quick 50, and we are out of that coin stage. Yes, William was in insurance fraud. And, we're getting 2 hammers, so we may be able to see double hammer strats in World 3. We might. But it depends. It depends. And the anchor is a P-Wing, which is good, because remember, the anchor provides you a $5 discount off of the cost of using it. Unless, it is a cloud. Then it's $50 chuck, and you are broker than a joker. So, Tannhausx now going through the Air Force, and I know chat is giving their salutes up. Meanwhile, we have some stretchable fort action going on Sinister-Sama's, and oh baby, chat, do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? On WilliamInTX's side, we are in the greatest fort, the fort of the dancing plants, Bowser's greenhouse, fort of love and happiness. Everybody is happy, and Fishing Boo is like, the Plant Expo is back again. My birthday is in July, And this is just the gift that keeps giving. So WilliamInTX is going through 7F2, the Fort of Love and Happiness. You got to love it. Meanwhile, on Sinister side, we have 5-1 action with a pretty tame enemy set, and we have La Princessa's airship on Tannhausx's side, the World 3 airship, where Tannhausx will do battle with our canonical. Give it up for a very chunky and burly. He took that mail order muscle course. So Roy's bum is gonna stand for bulked up muscle this time. So bulked up muscle Roy. That way we get the bum. We get the bum, but it's bulked up muscle. And Tannhausx has taken out Roy. And let's see where Tannhausx is gonna go. And you know, I have to take a quick cough, so I'll be right with you for 1 second. It's gonna go a little quiet. Deepest apologies, but that cough section was absolutely the worst, and I didn't want you to think that I had some serious issues. So, as Tannhausx does complete the first fort, you get to see a fort, play a fort. Unfortunately, it didn't work out this time. And Sinister having a little bit of difficulty. But we have Tannhausx duking it out with our wonderful sumo bro. Gets pain and despair for his thing. Also, Sinister getting the white mushroom. What does that mean? It means that he already has that item, so it is a dead item as far as the game is. And now we're seeing Sinister play the ship. Now, are we going to see Cuddle Strats or Smush Strats going down? No! Going to play the ship out in its entirety. Getting every coin. I think Sinister is thinking he might be able to get a 1-up. But unfortunately, you are unable to get 100 coins in open world, which means that Sinister is collecting all these coins for nothing. But WilliamInTX, I just noticed we do not have a tracker. Let's see. I wonder if I can get the tracker. And we did see some nice frog strats, and WilliamInTX has completed 3 and 6, going into World 2. Let me ask Diesel if he can toss me the tracker. So that way I can light it up for you. So give me 1 second, guys. Okay. So I asked for the tracker. Let's see if I can get it. Because I want to make sure that I give you as much info as I can. And having those in the dark, you know, for people that are going to come late, they're not going to understand where our runners are at. And we have World 4 completed on Tannhausx's side. So excelente. And we have Parabeetle Heck for Sinister-Sama, who yeeted himself out of there like no way. And we're going to play some more coin action. So will Sinister go for, yeah, it looks like we're going to go smush again. No smush again. I wonder if Sinister realizes that you can't really get all the coins. Oh. Well, we have 1, 5, and 4 for Tannhausx. So chat, keep tallies for me, and then once I get the tracker, I will try to update it for you. Stretchy boot fort action going on in World number 2 for Tannhausx, and we have airship action going on for Sinister in World 2. Meanwhile, we have Bowser hand stage for WilliamInTX. So this here is the Bro stage, hand stage, and let's see what it offers. A leaf. And Tannhausx beating up on poor innocent Boom Boom. And you hate to see it. You hate to see it. And I'm still waiting to see if I can get that tracker. And I would love to get it. 5-1 on Tannhausx's side. And meanwhile, we have the World 6 airship for Sinister-Sama, who, you know, did a good job. Only took a slight bonk. You know, gets rewarded with a fire flower on the rebound. And we have WilliamInTX now, who is going through, you know, this is a very calm looking 3/8. Not even mad. Getting some coins. Respectable. At 49, respectable number. You know, we don't have an anchor cloud, so there's nothing really to worry about. And most of the items, you know, you can get. So, you love to see it. And Morton is sodium free, which you love to see for our Tanukis, but we always hope that our elites get a very sodium rich, you know, Morton and Tannhausx going through the Cloud Run for Fun beta stage. And now Sinister doing a bold strategy going into Pikeland. So we are going to be Dora the Exploring on Sinister-Sama's side. So we have 1 and 2 done for Sinister. And Tannhausx is about to go through. And let's see, I am trying to get the tracker. Let me page Diesel himself. Okay, so went back, did some tracker asking questions with a sad puppy face. Hopefully I can get that tracker for you guys. Tannhausx taking out that very sodium-free Morton. Meanwhile, we have sodium-free Morton action for I wonder if it will let me use yesterday's tracker. Let's see. Let's hope. Let's hope. Okay. You know what? I have cracked the code, chat. I am using the tracker that was associated with Danny P. Speed's group. So we have something that will work. And so, chat, I'm going to need your help if you can give it to me. Tannhausx has 1, 5, and 4 according to Danny P. Speed. So let me go ahead and do that with the tracker right now. All right. Sinister had 1 and 2. And we have WilliamInTX had what levels done? If you can give me some insight. Tannhausx also has 2. Thank you. Yeah, I literally just said he took out the very sodium free. So we have that done. So I am trying to do this while doing commentary. So William has 4 and 6 done. Chat, you guys are amazing. So now yeah. We're gonna switch to Tannhausx's audio since Tannhausx is in late lead. So there we go. How does that look? Do we look professional now? Even though I am winging solo, I'm doing it. I'm doing it all by my little self, chat. But we are gonna do it. You know, they used to have a rap song that said, "We gonna make it, we gonna make it, we gonna make it," and we are gonna make it, chat, because we have to do it for the Tanukis. WilliamInTX on Alaska with flight privileges, so we have a good airline. Sinister having to be continued mode, so let's go get your roundabout intensifying right now. For Sinister-Sama, let me ask if we might be able to get a reset. So this is going to be the greatest thing ever. So let me... Okay. So now, as Sinister goes through... Oh. You know, we were having some stuff with the cast boots where we had some frosty motions as Tannhausx goes through the World 2 airship, which is Morton Cooper Jr.'s airship, in World 3 to take out La Princesa. Let's see how La Princesa is. So that's 2 hits for La Princesa. Very vanilla La Princesa. So let me go ahead and mark World 3 as done for Tannhausx right now. Boom. And it is 1 and done. And World 7 is done for Sinister-Sama. Once we get the actual, visual on it. And WilliamInTX is giving everybody some fanfare of love. So, we are entering into World 6 for Tannhausx right now, going at a pretty good clip, you know? So, but unforgettable for it right now, S-Mobile Mario, same thing for Sinister-Sama. And let me see if I can ask for a refresh on Sinister. We are having some fun here. So give me a second. Okay, so for those of you who were in Cast Boots of Glory, you know, they got to experience some of that earlier with Curse Boots, where, you know, we were having a bit of freezing going on. But pyramid action now on Sinister-Sama, and get your roundabout on, because this is some to be continued action, just like I wrote when we were in Cast Boots, you know. Just play roundabout in your head, or if you want, I will say Zawardo, and you can blame Dio for all of these pauses going on Sinister-Sama's side. You know, we can say it was ideal. Ha 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 ha. And on Tannhausx's side, Tannhausx is doing a very good job of dodging that boss pass. Meanwhile, WilliamInTX is going to the Air Force. Got to love it when you see it, because anytime you can go through and just pay homage to the military, Tannhausx, seeing our favorite fort, the Fort of Love and Happiness, or as some of you say, Bowser's plant, you know, of love. I refuse to acknowledge it, you know, as anything that doesn't have love, but some of you like to call it peace, love, and doom. Tannhausx taking a dip in the ragu. And Sinister is back to Zawardo mode. So, here we go. On Sinister's side, I say Zawardo. And then, now we see Sinister going Muda, 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 Muda on an impending plant. So, you know, get your best JoJo memes out, because we are gonna meme it up. We don't get sad when there's hiccups in programming. We just make sure we laugh and have some fun with it. And WilliamInTX is now going on to the airship to duke it out with our bulked up muscle man. And we have Tannhausx, who's gonna use the smush strats, and you love to see it. And WilliamInTX is about to find out that chonky, bulked up muscle man Roy is a high pro glow BUM bulked up muscle. But we have simultaneous side-by-side 7F2 action between Sinister and Tannhausx. The only difference is, one is making you wonder what's going to happen next in to be continued mode. Meanwhile, Tannhausx is using that Tazzle Star and obliterating the friendly flora of 7F2. But he had a Fire Flower. But that Thwomp said, not today, and gave him a cure for the excruciating headache with a pound to the noggin. And we are in World 1 for WilliamInTX. And let me mark WilliamInTX as being completed. World 5. I'm a tracker. Why you don't want to track? Meanwhile, Sinister and Tannhausx are going through World 6, and we're about to see Larry Koopa bite the dust. I don't think that is up high enough to get the off-screen mon grab, but we'll know in just a moment, but I don't really think so. No, it was! Holy smogoli! WilliamInTX with the off-screen mon grab. Annihilating World 1, Larry has bitten the dust. And I am doing everything solo. Trying to do my best for you to give you a nice interactive experience here, chat. And we have pyramid sort of action for Sinister-Sama in World 6. And we have run for fun action going on Tannhausx's side. So are we gonna swim it or are we gonna jump it? Beta level action for Tannhausx, doing a good job. No swimmies for Tannhausx. And we are still in to be continued mode for Sinister-Sama. And we are. Yeah, John, you know, usually I mark it as if I can see part of Mario's chin, usually it doesn't mean that it's working. Also, we're going for a fire kill on the Clown Prince of Koopas for Tannhausx, which means that he has completed World 6. So let me put that on the tracker. And yes, I am doing everything. I am doing tracking, calming, everything. Seattle. I am a one-man army. Also Sinister-Sama. Still in to be continued mode. And I am literally going Sawardo for Sinister. And we have WilliamInTX using the cassette player to put the piranha to sleep. And now we are on the World 5 airship for WilliamInTX to go against our Concerto Master. And this is going to be a quick World 7. This is what I call bouncing back WilliamInTX. And that's a true off-screen wand grab. So let me go ahead. Mark 7 is done for WilliamInTX. Let's go. WilliamInTX is making the comeback of the century. You know what? Seattle. Sama's clock is at 31 minutes. We're not questioning. We're not questioning much because Sama's been in wonderful mode. I have made them aware of it. And we have had 3 off-screen wand grabs. You know, WilliamInTX is showing some showmanship stuff. Pretty soon, we're gonna have to give him one of the gamer tags. We have Shy Guy, who's the gamer of the village, Leslie, who's the gamer of the people, and now WilliamInTX is gonna be the gamer of the Tanukis with all those off-screen wand grabs. And Tannhausx is in a precarious position right there. 39. And we are out. And speaking of out and about, WilliamInTX is moving on. Sinister trying to use the coin chips, but I think he has 34 coins, now 50. But we are in Polaroid PowerPoint mode for Sinister-Sama. You know, just keep saying Sawardo in your head for Sinister, and Tannhausx getting the reward of absolutely a can of diddly squat and the piranha stage. Now, WilliamInTX was able to route this just a little bit better. So we're getting the quick, you know, onesie-dunsie for WilliamInTX, who routed 7 really quick. But on Tannhausx's side, have to move just a little bit slower. So now we're getting World, our least favorite for 7 F1, because you gotta go get the Tanuki suit, but it's oddly appropriate, you know. But Tannhausx is noping out of that, did refill the coinage, and is about to use the leaf. So we are going to be flying up and having some fun. And now I have got a gray screen for Sinister. So I am right now just about to use some psychic Miss Cleo action for Sinister. I predict Sinister is still playing 7F2. Yes, that is my prediction. I don't know if I'm right, but how many times? Oh, Diesel, it's absolutely fine. I like being in psychic mode. You know, then I can be absolutely wrong. And I love it because everybody knows, especially if they have seen me do predictions when I do casual boots commentary, then they already know. I am used to being happily wrong. And we have Wendy being eliminated on WilliamInTX's side. So, World 3 completed for WilliamInTX. You know, that is a big comeback. Give it up for WilliamInTX. You know, now only has to complete World 2, whereas Tannhausx has completed the World 7, has cracked the code. So we know we're going to see World 8 action in just a moment for Tannhausx. You know, and Tannhausx has been putting up, let me give it to you, chat. Tannhausx has been putting up some impressive times for being in our Tannhausx, because the Tannhausx are our 45-minute plus runners. And, you know, we're seeing some impressive times. So as we enter World 8, I have to ask you, chat, are we gonna see 0 bridges, 0 bridges, or 0 bridges? And y'all know I'm always -1. With pain and despair, Sinister-Sama no longer in to be continued. So Yes's roundabout will not be playing anymore for Sinister-Sama, thanks to the greatest Reach streamer that ever existed, the legend himself, Diesel Pilot. So thank you so much, Diesel. And I kinda got to retrack him. No, I thought I had him tracked. No. Alright, so when I know he did 1, I know he did 2, and he's still working on 6. So for Tannhausx, we are in 3F2, so Diesel is happily valid. But we know when I roll C number 2, that's going to be happily invalid. So we don't got to worry about such things. And WilliamInTX has cracked the code by finishing that very sodium-free Morton Koopa Jr. Oh no, don't worry about it, Diesel. We got it. We got it. I'm just impressed that I was able to do commentary while tracking all by myself. You know? And be somewhat coherent. And we have poor innocent Boom Boom getting eradicated by WilliamInTX. And Tannhausx now, Dorothy explained, so we know pipe numero uno is not the way. So we are in Dark Alley. That's my lovely name for it. And we are in Spike Fort. So the World 2 fort right there. And I think there's a meme associated with that one. I think, let's see, there's valid, traditional, and acceptable. So this means that this is valid and acceptable. Diesel, you are amazing. I am so happy for you. Meanwhile, WilliamInTX is now going through Spike Fort. So it's going to come down between WilliamInTX and Tannhausx to see who is. Oh, satisfactory. Thank you, Danny P. Speed. You know, with me being as bootleg as I am, I never know anything. And we had 1 -1. So I get half the happiness, I guess. Half the happiness. And Tannhausx going through armed with a fire flower. No Kingslayers, Forerunners. Hope they remember you cannot clip. What? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. Hold up. Time out. Danny! Tanuki can clip. Oh! Okay. Thank you. I got a bit confused. Alright, so Tanukis have the ability to clip. Which is something that Froggy was hoping for a couple of times. Tannhausx now, with a very impressive 39 minute finish. And that may actually, hold up. Chat, do you remember his last time? Because I think it was 39:29. So if so, his time finishing is 39:25. We may actually have a new PB. And coming in second, right on his tail, is WilliamInTX with 39 minutes and 53 seconds. So imagine that. So that is amazing. And Sinister has opted to do not finish. And has the next race room been created? Diesel, being the awesome person that he is, that is why I say he is the greatest restreamer alive. And I always simp for him. Everybody who knows it knows that that is the canon. And let me pull up the flag set so I don't roll the wrong seed. Because everybody who knows me knows I am capable of doing that in a heartbeat. Okay. I am in the next room, which is Saucy Snake. Thank you, Diesel. Alright, so I'm rolling the flags right now. As I only roll for my beloved Tanukis. Because we must protect them. Get your GGs out to everyone. And I am absolutely the happiest person in the world. Let me go ahead and undo these for game number 2. Gotta get this tracker ready. But I did pretty good considering I'm all by my little self. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a message in the bat phone. Okay, so Diesel, being the awesome person he is looking out for me in the back end. Wouldn't have it any other way. You know, if there's anybody who can look out for me. Alrighty. No, it's not Commissioner Gordon. We are calling him Batman because he is silently moving through in the background, handling business and doing what he has to do. So our runners are getting ready as we speak. And it looks like we're having some interesting stuff going on in the background. So it will be a bit of a moment. One of our runners needed to step away for a sec, but that gives us a free time to, do some Tanuki education with chat, because we do have some of our fire flowers in here, and we have Danny P Speed here from our elites in the Kingslayer. So here's the question for you guys. To help with Tannhausx and help with those who are watching on the video on demand, how are you going to route game 2? Because this is auto-scroller hack, and so you got to see, even though they blasted through the sub 40 in auto-scroller. So let's see what you guys are thinking. So are you going to start off with World 4? Are you going to do World 1? Are you going to go for the quick and easy? What would you recommend for our Tanukis? So not how you would route it. How would you as a Tanuki route it? So let's think about that. So that way we can give something for our Tanukis who are going to look at this on the video on demand and say, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll look that up and do it. Because we are about coaching our Tanukis, and any help that we can give them will be great. Also, we are just waiting. Let's see if he has returned. All 3 runners are ready, which means that Dazzle is going to be releasing them. So if you are ready, Tannhausx right now is looking a little blue since the dabu die, but we know that he is going to get back on track in just a second. So here's something that was mentioned by John. 3 and 6 being interchangeable based on inventory. Now, what he means by that is simple. It depends on hammers and breaking rocks. So that does play heavy. So good on you for making that known. And it looks like we are about to start this show. So let's root our Tanukis on as they conquer game number 2. Rolled by me, should be a baby seed. Let's root them on. Countdown is a ticking. And let's see where our runners start off. We may see some World 5 starts because we saw it in Tannhausx before. And probably World 4 on WilliamInTX's side. Bold Strategy Cotton on Sinister side with World 7. And we're starting off already with the Son of Fun. And you love to see it, Sinister kissing the turtle. And like I told you, I am happily invalid. I gotta keep up the invalid streak. If I roll something valid, it ain't working, Chief. So, Sinister-Sama about to get some Son of Fun action. But those friendly floors blowing kisses, the kisses that don't miss, hitting them and taking the power up. Also, WilliamInTX beating up poor innocent Boom Boom. There should be rules against that. And kind of duality, giving some facts in chat. And that's something that our Tanukis will be looking at. And we have easy peasy lemon squeezy World 1 airship with a Tannhausx star for WilliamInTX. So World 4 was pretty much free. Now let's see if Iggy is going to be free. And he pretty much is. So World 4 is done for WilliamInTX. And you love to see it. And Tannhausx taking advantage of going for the quick 50 on the coin chip. But no smush this time, so going full 50. And going for the second smush, I think, maybe. And we have Piranha Stage action 4. Sinister-Sama was using buffer strats, but unfortunately, that's kind of a hit or miss. And now we are World 5 for WilliamInTX. So we have Tannhausx in World 5, and we have WilliamInTX now. So Forgotten Fort action for WilliamInTX. And now we're going to get Tannhausx doing some Rainless getting Despair, and we have Sama with his first game over. And we're getting the whistle by Sama getting out of World 7, probably going to look at World 6. Interesting. So Tannhausx now going into Lava Fort, aka the Podobo Fort. And we're gonna quickly take a dip in the ragu so we can do it all over again. You go, Tannhausx. Best way to do it, you know. Don't need no fire flower. Do it as a small bean. That's the way. Gets the mushroom. And we have Forgettable Fort action still going on in WilliamInTX side. Meanwhile, Sama's having it rough right now with the first level in World 6. So trying to stay on those donuts while dodging fire chomps is no easy feat. You know, our elites make it look easy. But this is why I highly endorse the start of the Game Genie League with infinite lives and WilliamInTX side, as well as Tannhausx. We are seeing some wonderful Alaska action sans flight privileges for the both of them. And Tannhausx does get a fire flower for that disc to deny him, like many credit applications. And we now have Boom Boom getting picked on. And you hate to see it for Boom Boom, but you love to see our runners emerge triumphant. And now the access to the pipe has been done. Tannhausx is now in the Mushroom Pawn Shop. Let's see what we're gonna get. Tanuki getting a Tanuki. This is Tanukeception. Sinister-Sama in 5-1 and trying to get through it. You know, fighting to survive, and it's not even the Kumite. And now we are moving on Okay, sorry about that. We have Alcatraz action for WilliamInTX, Navy, and a to be continued on Sama's side, and Tannhausx action where Tannhausx has completed World 5. So World 6 is looking like a piece of work. So World 5 is completed for Tannhausx. And Tannhausx is now going for the easy peasy, lemon squeezy World 1 using Tannhausx strat. So you're going to see some statue action. And WilliamInTX going through my favorite travel destination, Alcatraz 7-5. One of the blessed levels. World 6 is giving Sama a business. Meanwhile, we're going to see now Tannhausx take on poor innocent Larry. Gonna get the fire kill. There we go. And we have World 1 completed. I believe World 1 was completed for WilliamInTX as well. No, not World 1. He completed World 4. So, there is no crying in Mario. Listen. You are not the boss of me. And if I want to cry, I say, let me cry. Also, Sinister going back into, why is my Discord acting funny? Please don't do that. All right, so WilliamInTX is now on his way, going on up into the clouds. And we're going to take on these Hammer Bros in the World 2 tile set. Gets a hammer, and we are in World 4 for Tannhausx. Meanwhile, Zawardo for Sinister-Sama. And we are just having fun today. We are getting lots of the little Polaroidy moments. And you know what? It allows you to enjoy and use your imagination, chat. You know, and since I live here by Disney, we can always go imagination. And WilliamInTX, being a true showman, that's why he is the gamer of the Tanukis, giving chat and all of us at home here some wonderful fanfare here with the stars, and moving on to take on our extraordinarily uncomplicated, not so chunky as before, but still bulked up muscle. See, he's still got the acronym. And yes, imagine the game audio right now. Oh no, do I have the game audio on, Sama? Oh no, let's move that right away. I didn't know that it went to his audio. Sorry. That should be a little bit better now. And World 5 is complete for WilliamInTX, and we are moving into World 1. And meanwhile, we have World 4 about to get completed on the World 1 airship, in which Iggy is about to be stuffed into the locker. And sorry about that. Chat, you should have given me a big old heads up. But, glad that I was able to bring it back. When you're doing everything by yourself, I'm surprised I'm actually surviving this. We're gonna say surviving solo comm tracking. And we have more to be continued, and that is a great to be continued moment. You know, so get your roundabout intensified for Sinister-Sama. And Tannhausx now has 1, 4, and 5 completed. Allow me to put that on the tracker right now. Wait a second. Why is the tracker looking funny? Tracker. Okay. Tracker didn't want to track there for a second. And we have 1, 5. We had fun action on Tannhausx's side, who is in World 2. And World 6. And we'll actually get to see some completion. So let's see how WilliamInTX tackles World 6. And we're going to keep up with the audio on Tannhausx's side. Pretty stable for the most part. Because we did have a little hiccup or two on WilliamInTX's side. So we'll just play it safe and go with the only person who hasn't had any technical difficulties. And Sinister-Sama back in the saddle, about to go after our Clown Prince of Coopers, Lemmy Koopa. Oh, baby. Sinister, here we go. And yes, we have sound. We have sound! Alright. And Tannhausx now going through 3-9. And let's see what we have. Alright. Onesie Dunsey. And going through World 2 continuing. Oh. Oh, come on, William. Come on, William. Get that fire flower. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. That's fine. Everything is fine. Getting some coins. We're gonna hit 50. Easy peasy. Sinister finally getting out of World 6. So let's happily mark World 6 for Sinister right now. You love to see it. And Tannhausx now tearing up World 2. And now we're gonna see. Gonna use the hammer, so let's see if that pays off. And the answer is maybe? Maybe? Okay, so we're in Teax's door 3-fort, aka door 6-fort action. But will that break the correct lock? That is the question. And we're about to find out. Meanwhile, we have Spike Fort action on World 2. So this was the fort Tannhausx skipped over. Which means I am also unacceptable. No, yeah. So we're gonna see some excellent Tanuki action. And we got a homage for WilliamInTX. Gets gulped. Oh no. And Tannhausx tearing up everything, getting despair and anguish. And we have World 1-5. Let's see what it gives. Nothing impressive, just a mushroom because he's small bean. Hand stage action for Tannhausx. Let's see what it gives us. A cassette player from Radio Shack. You gotta love it. And we are gonna check the bro here and see what the bro has. We have Hammer Bros in the World 5 tile set. Gets a leaf, not a bad find. Are we gonna visit the mushroom house too? No. So we're going straight for the airship, and let's see what airship we have. Oh, a very good airship. It is the airship of the Fashionista La Princesa, the World 3 airship, and Morton jacked it, sad Pandaville, and he is horribly sodium free, but I love to see it in the Tanuki. So World 2 is onesie dunsy for Tannhausx, who has 4 in the hole right now. And William is just being greedy and getting more coins, but you know why? Because we wanted to see what a white mushroom house would look like, because William wanted, he knew even numbers in vanilla give you an anchor. So we wanted to see what the anchor entails, and it is, well, not that impressive, but we're gonna refill that, and then we're gonna take the smush, and that was excellently done on the smushness. And oh no. So free fire flower, let's see, is it mushroom? Yeah, fire flower anchor. Not bad at all. So $10 for the fire flower. So these are some A+ strats. And I bet you guys did not expect to see a white mushroom house in this. But we had spoken about it, I believe, either in Discord or in one of our broadcasts. Are any runners going to use white mushrooms in the auto-scrolling levels? Because this is the time that they can do it. And, because getting an anchor would be key, especially if the anchor turns out to be a hammer suit. Imagine what tide that would turn. Also, chat, I know that you guys are doing your salutes, because we have the Navy on WilliamInTX's side. Also, World 3 action, Dora the Exploring. Wish he had a hammer on Tannhausx's side, but we're going to have to play that fort. But we have Tanuki action, so we're going to be mowing down those bros. And Sama going through the hand stage takes a little bit of a dip in the ragu, and we are moving on to collect some more coins in the potable hand stage, and we'll get rewarded with his cassette player. So now we're going to get some Tanuki action on Tannhausx's side, going against my beautiful fashionista La Princesa Wendy Okupa, who is earthquaky and chunky and hitboxy and takes out Tannhausx. Meanwhile, on the World 3 airship, we're gonna see Sinister going and duking it out with Morton Koopa Jr. Meanwhile, WilliamInTX is going upstairs. No basement action for William. And you love to see it. And let's see how Tannhausx deals with La Princesa, who is just wilding out with all those candy rings. Woo! And we get a P-Wing rewarded for Sinister-Sama, who let me mark has completed world number 2. And we're seeing some World 1 action, so this is going to be bootleg port for Sinister-Sama. probably might see the item grab. Yep. And we have Tannhausx versus Wendy Part. Wow. So we have third time a try? Yes, third time's a charm for Tannhausx. With that very angry Wendy. That was a Wendy that was there for the ages. Let me go ahead and click off. World 3 is being done for Tannhausx. Meanwhile, WilliamInTX is being cautious because those fidget spinners can be a bit mean-spirited. And we have tank action for Sinister-Sama in World 1. Meanwhile, Tannhausx in World 6 still going through the motions here. Okay, so taking out the bros in the cloud tile gets rewarded with pain and anguish. WilliamInTX now taking the top path. Let's see what it offers. Run for fun action in the clouds for WilliamInTX. So this is a very easy stage, even though that star ran out in the most unfortunate time, losing the fire flower. But William giving us some more fanfare, you know, becoming a fan favorite here, giving chat what they want. Also, chat saluting Sarge Boom Boom in the tank action for Sinister-Sama. And we are now boarding the airship for Lemmy action for WilliamInTX. Tannhausx maneuvering and going through the motions. Also seeing something you don't normally see, and that is some slots action on Sinister's side, hoping to see if we can get a quick match. And this is not a level that Sinister wanted to see, so we're gonna have to do our best to fly as high as we can. So going through and needing to get 2 power-ups. And I need to sneeze so badly. Oh no. And WilliamInTX has now completed World 6. Sergeant Boom Boom's Lonely Rocky Wrench Band. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love that. And Seattle, you have just come up with another thing for me to use. And we also have Navy action on Tannhausx's side. You love to see it, absolutely 100%. And we are getting ready to fly high. And great Scott, we have a giant turtle shell action on Sinister's side. And WilliamInTX catching a Kariba shoot to the face. And you can't even get angry at that because that was absolutely amazing. And we have dueling ships for Tannhausx, which means if he wants to keep the Tanuki suit, he's going to have to play the ship out. But if he wants to let it go, but I would suspect he wants to keep that invincibility, so Tannhausx may. No, Tannhausx is going to sacrifice the Tanuki suit. Tanuki suit is about to be in the arms of the angels on Tannhausx's side. Meanwhile, Sinister-Sama is about to do battle with Larry. And we are seeing some fly over strats. Good for you, Sinister. So, 3-9 action for WilliamInTX. And Tannhausx now going upstairs. You love to see it. No basement action. WilliamInTX is now traversing through World 2. Sinister has completed World 1 and you love to absolutely see it. And I love to see the fact that, you know, the tracker is giving real-time tracking. I think. Yes, there it is. Because I'm trying to click it once it's completed, so that way you get on the spot to show that I'm actually doing some work here, you know. And Sinister showing the world that I am happily invalid, with 3F2 being in World 4. And we have Tisha's Door 3-4 and on WilliamInTX's side, which is located in World 2. And Tannhausx going through the motions, trying to get to our Clown Prince Lemmy. So, our Tanukis are moving at a pretty good clip. It's not quite a jetty for your Betty, unfortunately, but Tannhausx is going at a pretty good clip. You know, because he should be able to finish World 6 in about 2 more minutes, maybe? Or less? Well, with the cloud usage, it's going to be less, you know, in about a minute. So, very good on that. So, we're going to see World 6 completed. And, you know, Pipeline, we only saw a preview of it. And now, Sinister-Sama is doing the business and putting Iggy in his place. So, World 4 is done for Sinister. And Sinister has caught up. Oh, meanwhile, it was close for Tannhausx there, wanting to keep the Tannhausx suit, does get to keep it, and World 6 is completed for Tannhausx. So Tannhausx is gonna go into World 7, and we have 4 worlds done, and we have now Morton Cooper Jr. biting the dust on WilliamInTX's side, and we have Sinister-Sama entering World 3, about to go into the donut fort. And like I said, Tannhausx going into World 7, so now we get to see it a little bit more, you know. Wise move by Tannhausx, because if we remember, that was not a very favorable level. So we have 1, 2, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. And we are in World 7 for WilliamInTX as well. And now we are moving on up and moving on out. Alright, playing this level, very good that he did, because it is not a level that is very, you know, slow per se. And I think he would have regretted that, but may regret it if that Big Bertha had taken him out. So, we are going to see Tannhausx take out this level. Meanwhile, we have a hammer, and in World 3, we have Sinister-Sama about to do battle with La Princesa, which will complete 5 worlds. So Sinister is doing some business here. And we have Tannhausx now with Tanuki action, going up in the escalator fort. Meanwhile, Chonky Angry Wendy is making Sinister have a rough time, gets the recoil on the jump into the candy ring. And the one good thing about this is, in vanilla, if you kiss Wendy for good luck, and the kiss didn't miss, and you unfortunately have one too many Wendy kisses, her airship will actually leave that island, and God only knows where it goes. So you hate to see it, but one thing that the Rando does is it keeps the ship stationary. So, Sama has finished World 3. I'm gonna make it up that way. So 5 worlds for Sama, all finished. Good for you, Sama. Ship moving right away would be a fun. Dr. Torsel, why would you want to see your fellow Tanuki suffer? Why would you want? I mean, it may be a fun flag for the Fire Flower and the Kingslayers, but I would not want to do that for the Tannhausx. Dr. Torsel, please. But we can always ask if that can have, though, for the future. We'll ask Danny P. Speed anyway, if we can make it possible that the ships move. And I don't think you'll be popular anymore, Dr. Torsel, but we can hope against hope. And we have Sinister-Sama doing battle against poor innocent Boom Boom. Meanwhile, Air Force action on Tannhausx's side in World 7, so those salutes are plenty, I know. Because Chad is always on top of things. Sinister in Alaska with no flight privileges. And Dora the Exploring action by WilliamInTX. And as our runners continue, the seed really hasn't been that awful. It's had its moments, but it hasn't been that awful. And so we're gonna get in Captain Boom Boom getting wiped out by some fire on Tannhausx's side. And we have the Brohan stage on WilliamInTX's side. And we have World 5 action going on Sinister-Sama's side. And that was what was needed. And I really thought for a second that Tannhausx was going to use the cassette player, put the piranha to sleep, but gets the anchor. And now we are moving on, using some P-speed strats here to go into the World 4 airship to take on the Concerto Master himself, Ludwig von Koopa. And we know he is a Concerto Master, very high stompage, 5 hits. And we have Sinister-Sama out of World 5. And Tannhausx cracking the code and getting ready to go into... Excuse me, I pressed that. So, chat, now that Tannhausx has cracked the code and is going into World 8 with WilliamInTX. And Sama on his tail. World 7 action for Sinister-Sama. Oh dear. World 8 fort is in World 8. It means something I did is normal. Which I don't know. Scares me. But I'm happily invalid. But I am traditional. Sad Pandaville for me. It means I did something right. And that is a Besparvo in the force. And oh no, Tannhausx missing the bottom and having to go through the hard way. So we know we're going to see a power up most definitely. We're going to probably see 2 so that way we can get that fire flower. And now we are going to see the first try on that. Or should I say second try. And we have WilliamInTX is taking out World 7. Let me put that down on the tracker. Alright. So now we have WilliamInTX, who's getting ready. Wait a second, we have World 3 to do on WilliamInTX. So we have Sinister duking it out. About to duke it out with my wonderful innocent Boom Boom. And we have Tannhausx, who's just trying to find a way to Bowser. Now that did break something, but did it build the bridge? And you always save the best for last, and 7F2 has made its appearance. All is right with the world, chat. All is right with the world. Oh man, 7F2 has come to save the day. And friendly Flora time for Tannhausx. Will that be what is required to build whatever is necessary to bring the path to Bowser? Will it break the lock that is needed to get to Bowser? Stay tuned, folks. We have Dora the Explorer bro action going on WilliamInTX's side. Meanwhile, 7 action for Sinister-Sama. So Sama, once he finishes 7, he will crack the code. Meanwhile, WilliamInTX has to finish out 3, so it's going to be a matter of who comes in second. Because Tannhausx has Dora the Explorer advantage in 8. And it looks like 1 bridge. And Fort Knox being the gatekeep. You know what? That's A-okay. Because Tannhausx has equipped his tail. So he was as red could be. And Boom Boom was tanky as all heck, guys. So now, with 1 being the key, we are going to equip that fire flower. And now we are going to go duke it out with the best dad in the Mushroom Kingdom, the one and only Boom Boom. And you gotta love that discless clip by Tannhausx. And we're going to see some Everyman clip action going on for Tannhausx as well. So let's see if we can get the 3rd clip. No, it didn't go for mac and cheese action. So we are going to see some vanilla lasers going on. We're not going to see the scam laser, so we don't have to worry about that. And gets through the fire. So now it's going to be 35 bonks to the noggin. And Bowser will be. And look at all the disrespect by Tannhausx. But Tannhausx has emerged triumphant. Also manages to get the ending kick of disrespect. Gamer Cal approves of this. So, get your GGs out, chat. Yeah, that World 3 Wendy, good lord, she was angry. She was an angry Wendy. Just angry. So, GG's, let me give you the ending time, which is 42 minutes and 31 seconds. GG's to Tannhausx. I will have to check, because I think he finished with a PB in the first game. Again, because I think he beat it first time by a couple of seconds. So let me actually go and check that out right now. Because, again, alright, I think this was Tannhausx. 3940 was last time. And he finished this time 3925. So get extra GG's, guys, for Tannhausx, who actually did do another PB live on stream. And I can't wait to tell him that, because I don't think he even knows it. So, Tannhausx, my buddy, GG's to you. And I have some good news for you. And I bet you don't even realize this. Do you know you PB'd again?
Sorry, Chris, I didn't hear the first part.
Oh, I said GG's to you, and I have good news for you. Game one was your new PB.
Oh my god, that game one hit me with auto scrollers in War 5.
I am so proud of you, my friend, to get PBs twice in a row. Last week you finished with 3940, and this week you finished with 3925, which means you were able to beat your last PB by 15 seconds.
Yes, thank you.
And you did it in Auto Scroller Week. That's even more amazing.
Thank you. I didn't see so many auto scrollers in the second seed. I don't know if I lucky with clouds, but I didn't see so many in the second seed.
They weren't. There was a few in which WilliamInTX actually used one to get a white mushroom house.
Yeah, the autocroller of World 114.
Yeah. He used I can't remember what level it was, but he got because chat was wondering why he was going over the amount of coins, and that was because he was generating the white mushroom house and World 6 to get an anchor. And the anchor was a fire flower.
I was lucky with the anchor because I didn't know what anchor is, and before enter Bowser's castle, I tried and was a fire flower because I don't have the hammer suite and didn't have fire suite as well, so I got lucky with the anchor at the end.
Yeah. So you have been showing, sub 45 seeds. The Tanukis are basically the runners who average, 45-minute plus in terms of their seeds, but you have been doing great. And the fact that you have PB'd back-to-back weeks. Oh man, Tannhausx, I am so proud of you. I am over here cheering you on, and chat cheers you on. We are just so happy for you.
Thank you very much.
So you get 18 points, and if someone in chat, Danny P. Speed, if you're still in chat, can give us our approximate point count, that would be great. And you have someone saying premios and chat Tannhausx. Oh man. So you have, you have some wonderful people there supporting you. And, WilliamInTX is now going through 7F2. So both of your other runners are in World 8 right now. So they are trying to catch up to you. So we should see if they route like you did. We should see them finish in the next 5 minutes or less. So
yeah, the World 8 in the second seed was pretty linear.
It was. It really was. Oh no, Sinister taking a bit of a fine and carpet for the case, stretch report. So that does give a little bit of leeway to WilliamInTX. But now that you've gone through auto scroller hack, you have any words for week 3? Are you gonna get ready for that? That is scavenger hunt.
Yeah, I didn't practice this yet. I will start. I have a few days to practice, so I will start practicing.
You will
I didn't practice yet.
Oh, you'll be just fine. My mom would always say, "No te preocupes, más fácilmente." Yeah, it would be no problem at all.
Your Spanish is very good, Krista.
Oh, muchas gracias, porque soy una cubana. Mi padre no se llamaba una cubana. But I'm from the U.S., so, I carry that heavy New York accent. But, I don't do very many Spanish comms. Usually, my mentor Gamma Chew from Zelda does all the Spanish comms, because very few people don't even know I'm Spanish. They know I'm a New Yorker. But, on rare occasion, I actually will say a couple of words in Spanish because it gets them happy. If I have someone that doesn't speak very much English and, prefiero hablar prefiero hablar en inglés because, we're on SpeedGaming English. But if we have to, and you say, prefiero hablar en español, then I'll go ahead and say something. But usually SpeedGaming English, they say you can say a couple of words in Spanish, but don't do the whole thing in Spanish. But, I was looking at your chat, the chat in here, and you had a couple of people in here, saying some things. And we had an unfortunate game over for Sinister-Sama. Oh, no. That's not good. But I believe in Sinister. So Sinister right now is staying on pause. I think at this point, he is probably letting it go. And in just a moment, we will be announcing the triumphant win of our fire hero and tracker extraordinaire, WilliamInTX. So let me put that in. Because, I was doing everything by myself, tracking and commentary.
That's a lot to do. That's a lot to
And
do.
Sinister did do the forfeit, so get your GGs out for that. And let's go ahead and do that. But GG's on you, William.
Thanks, GG to Tannhausx taking the sweep.
GG's, William.
GG Sinister. Looks like you got pretty far into 8. The second seed was messy, just like last week. Like the second seed was not as good as the first seed for me, and part of it was sloppy play. Part of it was a couple of gambles that didn't work out.
You guys slammed that first seed. The second seed had some angrier enemies and some levels that weren't as friendly. Normally I roll baby seeds, but that was by no far means a baby seed. It was linear, but it was not. It had levels that I was praying you guys wouldn't have to see. But good on you doing the auto scroller to get the white mushroom house.
Yeah. What was that? 4-2 where I got the white mushroom house?
Yes, in World 6.
Yeah, and I died like 4 times on the way there. Then it's like I decide whether I go for the coins or not. The fish might eat me anyway. And I know it's an anchor in World 6, so maybe the anchor will be something handy, which it was a fire flower, which, not so bad. And that ended up being the only anchor I saw. Like, I don't know if the anchor was anywhere else that, I figured I gotta throw stuff at the wall at that point. And then I beat that stage, and I get double forced point ship, which was great.
Yeah.
World 5. I have a choice. I can go for the coin ship, or I can play the level. I play the level. It's Alcatraz with a pass. Was it a pass or a mini boss? Either way.
I didn't see Alcatraz.
You didn't see Alcatraz. Good for you.
Didn't see. I think I anchor from a hand level, if I remember correctly.
Really? All right. Yeah.
Yep.
I must have had it by that point. Like I'd gotten it from the White Mushroom House in World 6.
Nice.
But, you guys never failed to impress me. And that is why I did not eat dinner so I could commentate for you guys. Because I want to make sure you guys get restreamed every time. You deserve every accolade in the world. Because I think you guys are so amazing. And I love to watch you guys play.
Thank you,
Grace. We're glad we could have you here.
Oh no, I am always so honored to do comms for you guys. And William, are you looking forward to week number 3, which is scavenger hunt?
Yeah, that should be interesting. I got to start running some scavenger seeds this week. I might have tipped my hand in World 6 as to what I might try, as far as getting my required items.
So I'm thinking, and I know you play the weekly quite a bit, William. How about we do week 3 preview and our weekly?
Don't know if I can make the weekly this week, but that sounds like a lot of fun if I can make it.
Okay. Yeah, that way everyone can get a preview as to what it looks like. And depending on who's running, you can also take a look at some strategies. Also, when you go to look at the VOD for this one, guys, I asked the question of chat because we have different people from Fireflower and from, Kingslayer that watch and are in chat. How would they route this? And how, what would they do? So if you want to look at what order they chose, maybe that's something that might be able to help you guys out too. Because, we got to try to look we got to try to look out for you because you guys are our best and brightest stars. So I did try to get as much learning in for you guys as possible while trying to track and trying to commentate with technical issues going on left and right. So it was an experience.
I'll have to watch it. That first seed, like for me, like from where I'm sitting, that first seed for me came down to routing whether or not it would win that. So the first thing I did was I went into World 5, and I hit an auto scroller, and instinctually I just bailed on it, and I bailed on World 5. And I decided I'd come back with a cloud. If I had paid attention to the map, I would have realized that I have to play that auto scroller regardless, because the fort there builds the bridge, and I have to come back. So I either need 2 clouds, or I need to play that auto scroller. So I wasted like at least 30 seconds, bailing on World 5 and coming back. So yeah, routing is really a key difference here sometimes.
Yeah, I started in World 5 as well, and I found the Fear of Scroller, and I decided to just play it and go for it. In World 5, I think I played 3 or 4 auto scrollers.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Yeah.
And then like I ended up hitting Alcatraz. I forget what world, not Alcatraz, Atlantis. I forget what world this was. I'm like, well, I'm actually glad I have that cloud now. Glad I didn't use it on the donut scroller.
Yeah, I got to watch the VOD because I probably blind clouded 7.5 because I didn't see it.
You didn't see Alcatraz? Okay, so you probably clouded it. It was,
I got a lot of clouds. I got a lot of clouds from the roast, and I use it mostly blindly.
Yeah.
So I can update you. So I can update you with some current point counts here for you guys. So Tannhausx, week 1 you had 6 and 9 points for a total of 15. Tonight you take full points, which is 18. So you have a total of 33 points, my friend. And William, you have 12 points for the first week, 12 points for this week, so 24 points for you. And then Sinister-Sama had 6 from last week, 6 for this week, so 12 points for him as well. So for you guys, we have 33, 24, and 12 respectively. Impressive! Impressive!
Yeah, it's nice to be in contention for the win at least. I'm sure I'm going to pull at least one out this season before we get done here. I was like last week, like we were both in Bowser. This week, like we were both in Bowser. One of these days.
But on that note, do any of you guys have any last words? Because there is a stream that is coming up, and we are gonna make time for them because we started off late because the previous stream went overtime, but we are not gonna do that to the next group. So you guys, what last words do you have? And then I am gonna close up shop for our league session for tonight.
GG's. I'll be glad to be past these auto scrollers. I'm not going to miss these when we don't have them next week, I think. Thank you so much to everybody watching. Thank you, Krista, for doing all the talking and all the button pressing. That is a lot of work.
No problem.
Thank you to everybody putting this on.
Tannhausx, how about you, my friend?
Yeah, thank you, Krista, for doing comms. Thank you, Diesel, and all the SpeedGaming staff, and all the organizers, and Das Minion, and Danny, and all chat, and all the community. And thank you all. GG's.
Thank you. GG's to all of our runners, showing that they are truly the beacon of light that will shine our community forward. And we have such a great community here in the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer community. If anybody is kind enough in chat to hit exclamation R, I guess I can do that. So you can give our runners a big old fat follow because they work so hard. And, you know, to give them a follow would be amazing, amazing, amazing. And information on our Discord, you know, I don't know that command, SpeedGaming, but our Discord is amazing. We have a big family and we would love to have you join us. You know, if I did everything solo. So it was a pleasure doing that to you guys, for you guys. I hope I was able to, you know, adequately serve tonight. This was a spur of the moment thing, but it is so well worth it to see our Tanukis in action. Chat, I'm so glad that you were able to join me. For those of you who are on the video on command, thank you so much for watching. You know, for all the love that both you and chat give us. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much to SpeedGaming and to the world's greatest restreamer, Diesel Pilot, for doing what he does best. And that